But yeah, that list that came out from the Ringer, uh, the top 100. Um, I think the list overall is well. Let's see. You had Jokic at one, Shea at two. No argument there. Uh, then Giannis at three. Even though, as I said, I think the Giannis is kind of reaching the point in his career where it's not even the point in his career. It's just the way the game is moving. With him not being somebody who doesn't shoot threes, his game is starting to become somewhat outdated. I feel like everybody else on this list, you know, I mean, so like I said, Jokic, Shea, Giannis, Luca, Curry, so Luca 4, Curry 5, Edwards 6, Halliburton 7, Mitchell 8, Brunson 9, Tatum 10, Wemby 11, and then it gets to LeBron, right? So everybody else in the top 12 is somebody who they shoot the three ball. Even Joker started shooting threes, but I think because he realized that it's just part of the game now. You got to be able to shoot threes, and the fact that Giannis doesn't, I think it kind of puts him a little bit, a little bit, a little bit behind behind the times. As dominant as he is in the paint, I just wonder if because of the way the game is played now, if you know you'd rather have maybe some of these guys behind him who aren't maybe quite as dominant, but team wise, if you're trying to win a championship, you'd rather have them because they shoot the three. Um, and then, like I said, so Luka 4. So Luka's someone who, when he's healthy, he's somebody that I think will pass Giannis probably by the next time. If the Ringer does this list next year, Luka I think will be ahead of Giannis, right? Now, when it comes to LeBron, right? So LeBron was 12, and ahead of him you got Wemby. I would say Wemby is. See, Wemby, they rank Wemby ahead of LeBron based on still what's to come. LeBron is still such a fantastic player. I think based on actual merit, he should have been first team All NBA this year. The guy that they had that I feel like, because the other four spots were, you know, pretty much decided. And Joker, Shea, Giannis, and Tatum. They had Donovan Mitchell on there as the fifth guy, just because Cleveland won all those games. But I don't know, man. I think I'd rather. I mean, I might rather have LeBron James in even in 2025 than 6'3" inch Donovan Mitchell, who's never been in the conference finals, even though he's always on a good team. You know, so and I guess I don't know what the list is based on. Is it at this point? Is it? I mean, I guess it's based on like right now, right? Right now, I mean, Wemby, he's still so young, and but they didn't make the playoffs last year. Of course, I don't think they were gonna make it anyway. I don't think he was gonna win Defensive Player of the Year though. Obviously, in due time. I mean, next year probably he will be. It's somebody that could possibly top five if he's healthy, right? But I just feel like right now he's a questionable one. Donovan Mitchell, all the other guys I can't really argue with except for maybe Brunson. I mean, the thing about it is that no, I'm not gonna do Brunson like that because Brunson can carry. He carries offenses in ways that LeBron can't do anymore, right, by himself. Uh, so I'm not gonna do Brunson like that, even though he's small. I've talked about that already. But the rest of the guys were pretty. I mean, they got Curry pretty high up here too for somebody his age. I'm not sure. I probably have Edwards ahead of Curry. But Edwards has his problems, and they have Tatum all the way down here at 10. Is that because he got hurt? I'm not sure what the exact criteria or the exact I didn't read the fine print or whatever on what they based the list on. Is that because Tatum tore his Achilles? Is that why he's down there at 10? Because before the Achilles injury, I would have had I would have had Jason Tatum top 6 for sure. So they did probably bump him down based on which means it probably would be based on things going forward with the uncertainty with his with his injury and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I think LeBron. You could still make the argument that LeBron is a. And I've said before that I've said before. I've talked down. Let me see who else they had. Who did they have? Let me see who they had right behind LeBron. So right after LeBron, they had AD, then Durant, and then Kawhi, then Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is somebody who's gonna continue to rise. Then Evan Mobley, then Cat, Booker, Jalen Williams is at 20. Right. So out of those guys, I probably have LeBron still ahead of those guys. So it's not bad where they had him. You know, um, it's just a couple guys. Uh, Donovan Mitchell is the main one, and I don't just a great player, but he's small, and I don't like that he doesn't. And I know it's like Shane Murray told you guys to stop betting instead of complaining about the players, but as a gambler, I just hate that the other team was so good. They had such a efficient offensive season, maybe like the most efficient. I'm not sure. But there's too many nights where he just kind of took the night off. I like guys who bring it every night, no matter how good their team is. And yeah, so I mean, and like I said, he hasn't been in the conference final. His team is always good, and it's good that his team is always good because that shows that he's somebody who he's a winning player in that sense. But he can't. LeBron was just in the conference finals a couple of years ago, and he's 40. He was 38. He's 40 now. So um, I don't know. Now, as far as Austin goes, like I said, they had Austin at 54, right? And then, so above him, going in order, they had Laurie Markkinen, 53, Julius Randle at 52, Tyler Hero at 51, Draymond Green at 50. I'm sorry, but I think Tyler Hero should be above Draymond Green. LaMelo at 49, Jalen Johnson 48, Desmond Bain at 47, Austin Reaves at 46, Zion Williamson at 45, Kyrie at 44, Dame at 43, Aaron Gordon at 42, Amin Thompson at 41, OG Anunoby at 40, Tyrese Maxey at 39, Derek White at 38. Derek White is a top 40 player. Franz Wagner at 37, Şengün at 36, Zubac at 35, Ja at 34, Trey at 33, Bam at 32, Sabonis at 31, and Harden at 30. So now when I look at that, okay, to me the question is, when it comes to these lists, yeah, sure, pretty much everybody on here is more talented than Austin, right? But the question is Austin Reaves as a scorer and a shot creator and a general offensive creator, how many of these guys, if you put Austin Reaves, and of course, roster construction matters, but generally speaking, how many of these guys are worth more wins to their team than Austin Reaves is, right? So like, would the Jazz be better if they had Austin instead of Lauri Markkinen? I don't know. It's it's tough for sure. By the time you get to Ja, that's just another stratosphere of player, you know. But I don't know. Some of these guys, like I said, Derek White at 38, And Derek White is a fantastic player. But I'm sorry, that's too high for Derek White. I'm sorry, Derek White is not a top 50 player. He's not. He's a very good. He's a world class, like Big Mitch would say, a star in his role. Right? He's a fantastic player. But I don't know. I mean, to put him in the top 40 is crazy. To have him above Tyrese Maxey, and I guess okay, definitely for sure these rankings are. If Dame is 43 and Kyrie is 44, then for sure because they're both injured, for sure if Derek White is ahead of those guys, then for sure this is a list that is factoring in you know what's to come, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess this is okay. But some of these guys, I'll just name them. The ones that I would think about would be Laurie Markkinen, Julius Randle. Um, I don't think Austin is better than Tyler Hero. Like Tyler Hero is like a more talented version of Austin, basically. Can do a little, probably do a little bit. He can do a little bit more, carry a little bit more of a load. So I don't think yeah, for sure the Heat wouldn't be as good if they had Austin instead of Tyler Hero. Um, Draymond, no, like I said, no. Draymond is. I think I don't know. It just depends, bro. It's hard to say. Um, but Draymond is another one. So just Laurie Markkinen and Julius Randle, Draymond Green. Uh, shoot. Somebody like so Aaron Gordon, OG Anunoby, right? Uh, two. I mean, Aaron Gordon is. I mean, Aaron Gordon at 42 is kind of crazy. you know, a good player, but it's crazy because Aaron Gordon, numbers wise, he had like 15-5 this year, but he played so well in the playoffs, and it seems like he does more than what his numbers indicate. And then OG Anunoby is another guy. Uh, so I would say for sure. So I mean, Draymond, Laurie Markkinen, Draymond, um, Aaron Gordon, OG Anunoby, Derek White, and maybe even Zubac. Those are how many is that? Laurie, Draymond, that's two. Aaron Gordon and OG, that's four. Derek White, that's five. And Zubac, that's six. So that's six players right there that I would say. Because you're talking about non-all stars, right? You got these guys are all. I think Marketing has been an all star before, and obviously Draymond has. But you know, nobody would expect them to be all stars going forward. So that's six guys right there that and I don't think Zoo hasn't been an all star, right? I don't think so. No, he was fantastic. He was great this year. It was his best year. But I don't think I would put Zoo. Zoo is not a to put Zoo ahead of some of these other guys. I don't like. They have him ahead of Şengün. But I mean, if Zoo was on the Rockets instead of Şengün, I mean, Şengün has a higher ceiling than Zoo does, and I like Zoo. You know, to put him ahead of Tyrese Maxey is kind of crazy, right? I know Zion doesn't play half the time, but I mean Zion's really a better player than Zubac, right? Scotty Barnes, what he can be. Desmond Bain, Jalen Johnson, LaMelo. I'm sorry, but Zubac is not a better player he's not a better player than those guys. He's not a player. They're probably not a better player than Julius Randle, right? I mean, let's not go crazy. I love Zubac, but come on. So yeah, definitely an interesting list, man. So shout out to the Ringer.